Welcome everyone to today's Empyrion Workshop Showcase. Join me as we take a look at the Petros Beta starter base. Today's design is the Petros Beta starter base, and it is an unlock level 5 size class 2 base design coming to us from creator iyos. Obviously, as the name itself implies, this is meant to be a starter base for early in the game just to get you going. Now when it comes to placing this, you do have a little bit of leeway because of the large strut design. This means you can place it on uneven ground, and the central column does have long stair sets, allowing you easier access to the doors, but also allowing you to bury the stairs if your ground is that uneven. Starting at the ground level, you see we have 4 sentry guns, one behind each of the main struts, and we have a central column with 2 doors leading into the same elevator shaft. At the top of the elevator, we have a very large open spaced room where you have pretty much everything self-contained in this room that you will need starting off on the beginner planet. In one corner, we have 4 cargo boxes and a large constructor, of course, to cut down on the unlock level and resource cost. In the next corner, we have a food processor and 2 fridges using the decorative style look so that it feels like there's actually space between the food processor and them. And immediately behind the fridges, we have 9 blocks that can be taken out to put in grow plots, allowing you to add them later without having to add them to the cost just to build it to start with. In the next corner, we have an O2 station and a clone chamber. However, we are missing a medic station with the default design, so this is something you will want to add later once you have the ability to do so. And in the last corner, we have an armor locker as well as another elevator leading to the top landing platform of the base. On 2 sides of this room, we do have doors leading out to an outside balcony, allowing you a full view of the area surrounding your base. We also have glass windows along all of the walls, allowing you a better view outside. Taking the top side elevator from this room, we come up to the landing pad on the roof. This landing pad is large enough to accommodate some fairly decent sized small vessels. There is already a cannon turret in place in one corner. However, you can also add a secondary turret later above the door where we came out onto the platform. There is also a grate in the middle of the platform intended for you to remove and put in your repair bay module there later. You will also find 2 sets of solar panels, 1 set on each side of the base up here. You will also find your only ammo box on the base right next to the cannon turret that the base comes with. Once again, this is the Petros Beta starter base, and it is an unlock level 5 size class 2 base. It comes with 5 fuel tanks, giving you a total capacity of 6,000 fuel, plus combined with the solar panels, and this has a very long run time. Right now, I am currently sitting at over 51 hours of use, and it only takes 20 fusion cells to fill the entire fuel capacity up. It has 5 oxygen tanks for a capacity of 5,000 O2 and only needs 664 to fill it up. There is 1 ventilator located at the top of the main elevator coming from the ground level, as well as the 1 O2 station and 1 clone chamber I showed you in one corner of the main section. For attack and defense, as I showed, there is only 4 sentry guns on the underside and the 1 cannon turret that it starts with. However, you do have placement already available for a second turret. It comes with the 4 cargo boxes and 1 ammo box, along with the 2 fridges, 1 food processor, and 1 large constructor. Resource-wise, this is of course very cheap to build. 2,208 stone dust is the main component you will need for making this, as it is concrete blocks. And while it only takes a little bit of iron and copper, it does take a substantial amount more silicon. So if you're not in an area that has a large amount of silicon available, you may want to adjust this design and remove some of the glass windows to cut down that cost a bit. So when it comes to base designs, it's kind of hard to give yourself a good starter base that has a lot of functionality, but also gives you plenty of room to grow without it being too expensive. In this case, we have an inexpensive base build with a lot of functionality added right away. While it does have room marked for 9 grow plots, which is enough to basically make a ration pack, or of course make a couple of packs of canned vegetables, you can always expand further if you need more grow plots. Once you have it unlocked, you can always replace the large constructor with an advanced constructor, and with the open floor plan, there is plenty of room to add more cargo boxes. However, because of the focus on it being very visible and seeing all around the base, you may find that adding too many cargo boxes will obstruct the view of outside the base through the glass windows. Because this is a starter base and not meant to be long term, I definitely suggest for storage capacity to implement something like a pack mule or cargo 32 vessel inside as your main storage method, and then once you are ready to leave the planet, simply open up the top of the base and fly it out onto your capital vessel. While it does have a large landing pad which will work well for larger size small vessels, it does not really accommodate for hover vessels. That means if your hover vessel takes damage and you want to be able to repair it using the repair bay module on top, you will then need to be able to drive it up one of the support legs or use the hover boosters to jump high enough to get on top of the base. One thing to note is that the glass windows as you go up from the ground level entrance in the elevator are actually based around the blocks on the inside of the elevator rather than the outside. One change that could be made to this base and make it a little bit more usable in the long run is to move the windows to the other side of the block, giving yourself a full block inside next to the elevator, where you can of course add maybe another O2 station or a medic station right there for easy access as you come in from the ground level doors. I am also appreciative of the fact that it is an elevated base design, making it easier to build this and place it on uneven ground without having to worry about digging out certain areas of your base. Also, for the fact that it only comes with the one cannon turret, if you were using it on a starter planet at a higher difficulty level with a patrol vessel, then you will need to either add a stronger turret just for defending against the patrol vessel, or try to take down the patrol vessel's offensive capabilities before building this base, as I don't see it being able to withstand very much attack from a patrol vessel. Once again, this is the Petros Beta starter base from creator iyos, and if you would like to try it out in your own game, I will have a link in the description below. If you try it out and like it, be sure to leave iyos a thumbs up and a nice comment on the workshop page. That is it for today's video. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave me a like, leave me a comment below, and hit subscribe if you haven't done so already. As always, I'm your host, Mr. Spicy. Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to keep it spicy this week, and I will see you in the next video.